How are you?
Good. I'm Michael Kaufman. I'm the law school dean.
Nice to meet
Nice to
you.
meet you.
I'm Susan Bassey. I'm an investigative reporter.
Right, good to see you. Thanks
I
for
think
being
I've
here.
emailed you.
You have? Yeah.
You didn't email me back.
I didn't.
No, you didn't.
I apologize.
This is Susan Bassey, and this isn't a video about bad cops that we see on the street and that we have a right to record. It's a video about bad and unethical attorneys that we see in courtrooms in California where cameras aren't allowed. And it's a video about how law schools, universities, and state bar associations continue to protect these attorneys. And those attorneys often go on to protect other attorneys, as this attorney did when he represented an attorney who had acted as a private judge and violated the due process rights of those who came before him and paid him to be the judge in their divorce cases. Earlier today, I did a live stream out of Boulder, Colorado, because while I was there, I was reminded about an attorney by the name of Carlos Martinez, who practices law out of Santa Clara, California, but who attended the University of Colorado, and I believe it was the Boulder campus. And I read the administrative proceedings against Mr. Martinez when he was expelled from university in his senior year, and they were rather appalling. He had a pattern and a practice of abusive and harassing behavior towards the individuals working in the BUSAR department of the university. That is the department that collects your tuition and does the business. They're not the professors. It has nothing to do with what you're learning in the classroom. Before Carlos Martinez ever became a licensed California attorney, serious questions about his conduct surfaced at the University of Colorado. According to court records, he was expelled after being accused of harassing and abusing staff working in the campus's office of the BUSAR. The head of the Judicial Affairs, Andrea Goldblum, declared him a threat and prohibited him from contact with all university staff. He was required to take anger management classes, and he missed deadlines, and he missed part of his administrative proceeding. But Martinez fought back with the support of FIRE, a free speech nonprofit organization which supported him in claiming that the university had denied him a fair hearing and due process in expelling him from the university. A district court agreed with Mr. Martinez and the nonprofit supporting him, finding that the university had violated his due process rights, and so he was reinstated and allowed to graduate, only because the court determined that the administrators had failed to follow the law and assure him due process.
Good. I'm Michael Kaufman. I'm the law school dean.
Nice to meet
Nice to
you.
meet you.
I'm Susan Bassey. I'm an investigative reporter.
Right, good to see you. Thanks
I
for
think
being
I've
here.
emailed you.
You have? Yeah.
You didn't email me back.
I didn't.
No, you didn't.
I apologize. Yeah.
This is causing a lot of conflicts of interest that are concerning, so I'm reporting on that.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, thanks for being here.
But thanks for
Appreciate it.
introducing yourself.
Okay,
I appreciate
okay,
it.
All right.
After winning his lawsuit against Colorado University, Carlos Martinez was reinstated and allowed to graduate. And from there, he went on to apply for law schools, ultimately applying to and being admitted to Santa Clara University Law School, a private university in California. And from there, he spent 3 years obtaining his law degree, which qualified him to be able to apply to California State Bar to practice law in the state and in the very courthouses a few miles away from where he attended law school.
Next is Esmeralda Mendoza.
When Carlos Martinez filled out his application to the State Bar of California, he claimed that he had earned his undergraduate degree from a public college in Arizona. He completely omitted his educational experience at Colorado, including his temporary expulsion, the administrative proceeding where he had allegedly abused staff working at the university, and he completely omitted the court case that he had against the university where he ultimately graduated from. When attorneys make false statements in their applications to become practicing attorneys in the state, they can have their applications denied. And if an attorney lies on an application and is licensed, and that is later discovered, those attorneys have been disbarred. But when it came to Carlos Martinez, when attorneys at the state bar became aware that he had lied on his application, nothing was done, despite having a long list of public discipline action against him at the time.
Don't forget to disclose those conflicts of interest, Judge Peg.
In less than a decade after he became a licensed attorney, Mr. Martinez's privately paying clients began to file complaints against him at the state bar. These complaints dragged out for years as Mr. Martinez demanded his due process rights, just as he had done in Colorado many years earlier. And so only a few complaints were addressed by the state bar, where ultimately they found that he had engaged in incompetent behavior and he had not followed the laws and the rules applicable to attorneys practicing law in the state. But Mr. Martinez, just as he had done before, found a little loophole. He used a mental health diversion as a mitigating factor, claiming that at the time of the complaints that he had suffered a mental health impairment, which should give him an excuse to get out of public discipline. The state bar agreed, and they gave him just 2 months of suspension, and Mr. Martinez then went on to represent attorneys who were acting as private judges and violating the due process rights of others. And Mr. Martinez also represented other clients whose cases were not considered by the bar, including one client who successfully sued Mr. Martinez for being negligent and committing malpractice and causing him over $538,000 in damages that Mr. Martinez is ordered to pay, but hasn't, as he claimed to have a mental health impairment during the time he was causing that harm to his own client.
I traveled to Colorado this week when the tributes related to 9/11 took place. The assassination of Charlie Kirk was in the news, and other issues related to school shootings in Colorado. And I was mindful that when Mr. Martinez was being disciplined by the state bar, that he alleged that he had had mental health problems. And the state bar provides that attorneys, just like any other profession, can feel pressure and can suffer from some mental health issues. But too often we see the state bar giving attorneys a free pass on that. They allowed Mr. Martinez to use that as part of a diversion, a mental health diversion. He was suspended from practicing law for about 2 months and then continued to resume practicing and continued in some of the similar conduct that he had exhibited both as an undergraduate at the University of Colorado and later in life. And too often we are giving a free pass to police officers, to attorneys, to judges, to other professionals in areas of public safety when it comes to mental health. And we're also giving them a free pass when it comes to just simply doing the right thing.
Before you frame this, that you've done your job and that we're making changes over 25 years, the reason we're making changes over 25 years is because the state legislature has voted to do some serious things because the bar hasn't done a good job of protecting the public. And that was evident in a state auditor report in 2015 that was also updated in 2016.
As we continue to report on policing, attorneys, and judges who make up our modern-day legal system, we're also going to report on the individuals who work for these state watchdog agencies that are publicly funded and charged with protecting the public from bad cops, bad attorneys, and bad judges.